All right, so knees are going to be your strongest weapon. Right? If you're good at throwing them, if you're not good at throwing them, it could be your weakest and most vulnerable position in a fight. So the knees are the hardest thing you can throw at somebody. Okay? Muay Thai is all about throwing the hard parts of your body. All right? Preferably elbows, knees, obviously knuckles, right? But elbows and knees are much harder. So let's go over knees a little bit. When I throw my knees, there's definitely different ways that I can throw the knees. I can throw straight knees, not in a clinch situation, where I lift my foot off. I'm going to press with the lead foot into the ground if I'm going to lift the rear knee. And I'm going to keep my toes pointed to the floor. All right? And I'm using my hips and I'm using my leg muscles to push and pull back. Push and pull back. If you can get a little flare, if you can add a flare at the end, just like turning your knuckles over on a punch. All right? It's like turning the knee. Bang. Reason being is my knee, if I stand still, my knees are going to go outward a little bit unless you stand pigeon-toed. All right? I don't know how many people like to fight like this. Okay? All right, that's so good. Drink it. So you want your knees out. But what happens if I lift? My knee goes out. So I have to flare, and it turns that knee back in. Boom. And that little tiny motion, that doesn't take much to do, boom, goes a long way. And it hurts so bad when you get hit with a hard knee. Take the fight right out of you, no matter how tough you are. So that's just your basic knee. Then I can lift. If I'm more of like in a closer situation and there's not a lot of room, and in low blows are frowned upon, so I want to lift up, straight up, bang, push straight out, almost like you're gonna use your shin. Boom, all right? Still flaring the knee, bang, just like that. Boom. All right, do a switch. Yeah, switch up, pop. Okay. Someone coming in at you, switch knees are perfect. All right. They run into it. If they're coming in and I throw that rear knee, the hands move a lot. I'm vulnerable for a punch. I'm stationary. But if they come in, I can switch. I can back up. Boom. Pop that knee right out. Trying to remember to point the toes to the floor. Okay. Side knees. In a clinch a lot. Whether you have gable or just the old Thai style, hand over hand. Grip here, breaking the posture of the person so they're like this. Alright, squeeze the elbows together. It'll be like a vice grip, alright? Most of the strength comes from chest, shoulders, okay? All that pec deck, chest blasting you did as a teenager is going to come in handy for this one, alright? You're wondering what that thing was for. It's not really for Muay Thai, but it's good for this. So I want to just, get that head. I want to get that person, I want to pretend like the person's like this and kind of broken down. And if I'm too close to them, I can't really use my straight knees. So I flare the leg out like a door on a door hinge. Alright, I just, boop, alright. I'm going to take that same kneecap and I'm going to flare. Sometimes popping my feet back and forth really helps. And it's difficult to clinch an invisible person and throw knees. All right, so if you practice, sometimes I have my classes just do a couple of minutes or a full round of shadowbox with just knees. And yeah, it can get a little boring, but it's so important because if anybody's watched a lot of Thai fights, especially amateur, when you're starting out, nobody knows the range in a fight, and they end up in this clinch. So if you can practice these knees, bang, 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 and I'm pulling that person into the knee. And then you can set trips, take the feet out, knee again, right? Side step, trip, knee. The person doesn't have to fall, but all they have to do is stumble, and you can stick that knee. into them. All right, so those are some basic knees. All right.